Good morning. Good morning.
And finally, new rule, nothing with crypto in the title ever turns out good.
Don't write me about Bitcoin, please. I don't give a so don't ask me.
Bitcoin happens to use a lot of energy. It happens to promote anonymous transactions.
Bitcoin is not a currency.
Not bullish on Bitcoin.
You, John McAfee, believe in the power of Bitcoin. So much so that you'll put your on the table, chop it up, put it in your mouth, swallow.
If it doesn't reach at least $1 million.
99.999% of the people that own Bitcoin are f***ing morons. That's just it.
What's it feel like to be a Bitcoin?
I don't have any Bitcoin.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the GM show.
Good morning.
It's
Good morning. It sounds good. That was
the jingle is
surprisingly
developing.
good.
It's starting.
That was all right.
That was surprising. Oh wow, I'm blushing now.
So now you got to do it all like every morning.
Oh, great! You ruined it. Now you ruined it for me. Well, welcome to the GM show, everybody. The show where we talk about crypto, bringing you the latest headlines and TA for the day every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So please set your alarm for every single day so that you don't miss the show. That's the obvious thing to do. And
you should have like an alarm to wake up and then an alarm to watch the show.
Yeah, well, certainly, because we don't want you to be waking up as the show starts, because then you can't pay attention to us.
Like wake up earlier, get shit showered, shaved. Market's about to open.
Put your clothes on, please. Come on.
Yeah.
Put some clothes on for us, please.
Respect yourself.
Yeah.
Respect yourself.
Respect us, please.
I don't know. I don't care if you wear clothes or not.
I don't
to be
want
honest.
I don't want
I don't
you to
care
be
how
naked
you watch this
on the toilet. I'm not.
I don't care how you watch it. You could watch the show on a why not?
I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to be controlling.
I think it's more of a concern if we're on the toilet doing the show.
I hope we don't de-evolve to that point, but I mean, I could see it.
The show must go on. The show must go on.
There are no days off.
No.
While you're listening to us, you might as well also check out gmdefi.xyz. Connect your wallet, obviously, to every random website you go to. And
what's that website again, Freeman?
gmdefi.xyz. He wants me to make lots of jingles today. And so connect your wallet, and you can become a morning club member there, which helps support the show and also gives you access to this elusive tools section right here.
Oh, and so many cool new tools coming.
Yeah,
so much
we're
cool
building
stuff.
Things. We're not just doing the show and then taking a nap for the rest of the day. We actually build stuff while you're all asleep. So anyway, check out the website. And I'm feeling spunky today, I guess. Check out the website and let's get into the news.
Oh, that's why you called it this episode something about Dubai, huh?
Yes, because I had no other ideas, because it's kind of a slow news day. There's no
just talk
major
to me.
problems.
I got ideas.
We need some FUD.
Give
me some FUD or memes or something. Send me all the dankest memes, Matt. Let's just do a meme review. F it. This show's a meme review now. We're just gonna review memes. Where's that?
It's basically it could be. Yeah, I like that idea. That's not too bad. Anyways, go on. Go on to the news.
FTX gets crypto exchange license in Dubai. So FTX is. I gotta say they're on a bit of a tear, and I gotta respect the hustle over there. For sure. So they are now licensed in Dubai, and so that seems like a smart place.
I'm not sure what's in is Binance available in Dubai kind of thing?
Not sure what's in Dubai.
What's available? What exchanges are available? What other exchanges are licensed? Are they like a first? I don't know.
Well, it sounds like the
Binance
license was from a new law adopted last week, so it is pretty new. Binance has also secured a license under the same law, and citing anonymous sources.
All right, so it's like a new license that they got.
It's the
that's
Dubai
cool.
Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. So it sounds like Dubai created a new kind of regulatory body just for digital assets, virtual assets, which
Cool.
is definitely very forward thinking for sure. So
yeah,
dang, valuation of 32 billion, Bahamas based FTX. That guy knows what he's doing. Bahamas based FTX. What a place to be based. 5 million users.
what are we doing, dude?
I know. I'm like, I all of that just hit me as I read that. I was
wait,
like,
what am I doing?
I was like, you can be Bahamas based business. Like, why?
Why do I live somewhere like it's cold? Like,
why am I
why do we
landlocked
do that
right now?
Why do I do
why
that?
is it cold and why am I landlocked? Dang.
Why do I choose this? Why do I choose to suffer through pain?
Well, you're not the only one with questions, man. Michael Saylor's got a question for you. This is a bit of an intervention. He wants you to have a seat. It's been brought to his attention that you think there's a second best to Bitcoin, man. I heard you think that Cardano is the second best to Bitcoin. Is that true?
Well, if you're not
Michael
first,
Saylor wants to know.
Then you're last.
Oh, that's a very Michael Saylor thing to say.
No, I think it was Ricky Bobby that said that on Talladega Nights. So.
I'm sure somebody said that even before him, probably. It's probably one of the oldest sayings ever. Just kidding. DraftKings has linked. They've unveiled their first collection of NFTs that are going to be betting products. This is, I think, super smart. If I wasn't such an idiot, I would have already built a Web3 betting website because it's such a genius freaking idea. But it makes sense. Like what we're going to start to see, I think, is a bunch of Web2 companies and Web2 businesses starting to get into Web3 and probably crushing a bunch of little competition that's popping up right now because we're in a big blue ocean. But then it's like, oh, Square integrates payments, crush all the little new players, So
yeah, I don't know why I haven't. Yeah, why have I not thought of like sports betting and crypto as like that big of a that seems like a no-brainer.
NFTs, total no-brainer to integrate NFTs. So says sports will be a main driver for blockchain adoption. Digital collectibles, important part of that process, DraftKings executives say. The company is paying close attention to the blockchain gaming space as a play-to-earn models gain momentum. I mean, so casino, you're going to have, blockchain casinos. I know there's already blockchain casinos and all kinds of new sports betting games. And so it sounds like they'll be launching an NFT series in time for the NCAA's college basketball tournament. Let's try to find out what they're going to actually do, right? NFT series marks the first time companies collecting digital collectibles. NFT holders will be eligible to receive DraftKings site credit to place bets and enter pools, brackets, and contests across its sportsbook and daily fantasy offerings. Collectors holding all 8 NFTs within the collection will receive a 9th NFT after the championship game that will give them early access to the next primetime NFT series drop. So, I don't know, it sounds like maybe they're doing it with Polygon, with Matic. Cool. That's cool. So, that's another good sign for just NFTs being mainstream. Kazakhstan is cracking down on more crypto mines, and they forced 106 more mines to close. And it sounds like even the president's brother maybe had a mine or something.
What?
Illegal mines, though. These are illegal crypto mines. But what does that mean, right? Following investigations by the country's financial monitoring agency and other state bodies, 55 of the mines closed voluntarily and 51 were forced to shut down, suspected of tax and customs evasions and placing equipment in special economic zones without permission. So like zoning problems. So they were just,
probably where they got cheap electricity and stuff.
Exactly, probably cheap electricity. It's like an off-grid cannabis grow that's like stealing electricity and stuff.
It's just like that.
Or like a homeless camp in Portland. But okay. So the hacker claims to own $7 billion in Bitcoin, which would rank him as one of the world's 369th richest people. I have no idea who this is a photo of. I don't.
I was like, is that the hacker?
Nobody, I don't. I'm like, he's not a very good hacker.
$7 billion. He at least can have he has a nice photographer to take a cool picture.
Yeah, Forbes, a whole Forbes article.
Look at me, I stole all of this.
yeah, comes to this giant mansion, giant castle he bought.
Criminals can be stupid sometimes, man. I don't understand it. All right.
An anonymous hacker who goes by the name Gummo recently claimed he owns more than $7 billion. So this poor guy, this poor stock photo, this guy, he's got his photo taken for a stock photo, and now he's this hacker.
People are going to be on the street be like, you're that hacker.
You're that Gummo hacker.
Yeah, you have $7 billion in Bitcoin, you ass.
Sounds like that's about 150,000 individual coins. That's incredible. That would be incredible if that is true.
What did he I'm assuming he hacked and stole it all. Is that it?
It sounds like in December 2020, Gummo made his first appearance on the Soft White Underbelly YouTube channel, whatever that is. Sounds interesting. Where he spoke about his upbringing and how he came to be a hacker for more than 30 years. Wow. He owns more than $7 billion worth of Bitcoin. Let's see. He says he uses his skills for good. Who knows? Who knows? I don't even know if it's real. It's like I could go on a podcast anonymously and say I own $7 billion worth of crypto.
Yeah, I know. Like this guy. Show me your wallet. Let's see. Show me
this is how slow the news day is. That is a headline, one of the top headlines on Finbold right now. I'm sorry, people. It's not my fault, but I'm going to bring some.
That's news.
I'm gonna bring some news that Matt will be really, I think, very excited about, and I think everyone in the crypto space is going to be very excited about. And that is that the Paris Hilton and Charles Hoskinson are funding efforts to resurrect mammoths.
That's way fucking cool. One thing, okay, I remember that I was a kid and Discovery Channel had some sort of frozen mammoth documentary, right? It was a big deal. They just discovered the first mammoth with hair all over it and stuff like that, just frozen. And I remember watching that. I was just I was just yes, we're gonna bring we're gonna bring back the mammoths using DNA. I was a kid, just super stoked, just imagining. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be 30 years old and mammoths are just gonna be walking down the street. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought it would be awesome.
I think
but we don't even
Paris
have a mammoth
Hilton
yet.
We're having the exact same dreams. We're kids. You and Paris Hilton are twins. Look at this. This is you when you're a kid.
That's hot. Yeah, I just thought that would be so cool. I still think it would be cool. Why has it not been done yet? Why is it taking so long? They've had plenty of different.
This is why you should be a Cardano maxi, because you're participating in Cardano, you're helping fund personal projects of Charles Hoskinson.
I just have to own Cardano for that to happen, or is it a certain fund you got to put Cardano in? I'd imagine.
Well, it's a startup that's called Colossal. Okay, Paris Hilton and Charles Hoskinson have both invested in Colossal, which is a startup that aims to resurrect the woolly mammoth. The prehistorical animal is long dead. However, DNA still exists, which makes the idea of bringing the giant creature back to life tantalizingly possible. We're starting. This is Jurassic Park 0.5 right now. It's beta version of Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. No, they wouldn't be. They weren't from the Jurassic era, dog.
I know,
Okay.
but eventually they'll start they'll
I
start
guess
bringing
also
back stuff
Jurassic
like
Park
that.
had dinosaurs that weren't in the Jurassic era either, but
It's
that's okay.
just the fact that
We
you can
won't be all
take a
PC.
little
We're not
bit
going to
of
be politically
DNA.
correct in this.
We're not going
Right.
to be correct
Well,
about anything in this show. That's the whole point of this show. It's just we're
it's
like,
all
good
just
morning.
wrong.
Here's a bunch of headlines that we're just reading. We don't even know if any of these people.
Can we start a
fact
bogus
check.
startup like this? I think the startup sounds pretty stupid. How
This
are they
isn't
going to make
bogus,
money?
bro. This was created in 2021 by a Harvard medical school professor named George.
Then tell
That
me
must mean
why. Then
church.
tell me why. When I was a kid and I was
Down
promised cloned mammoths, why we're still here today without a cloned mammoth?
Okay,
You tell
well
me
that's
that.
fair. That's fair. This could just be another shell game. You're saying this is just a constant shell game
Yeah.
that's played. This is like some
Welcome
kind of
to
money
crypto.
washing.
Everything's
Is this some
upon
kind
you.
of this is a money washing operation? Is that what
Absolutely.
you're
Well,
saying?
something. It's something, but it's another Theranos or something. You know what I mean? It's like it's just great, cool, yeah. Why don't we create one that's like, I don't know, we're gonna bring back
They raised $60 million.
the dodo bird. People like the dodo bird.
Do we
Bring
have
that
Dodo
back.
DNA? Do we have Dodo DNA? That's a
We
cute.
can
You
make
could
it
make a
up.
cute campaign on. Okay. That's
You
all.
just
I think we're done with headlines today.
you act like
We
you
should probably just
discovered
end
the
the show.
dodo
This show probably just
in your
needs to end.
backyard. Just dig up, and we'll put like a I don't know, a turkey in there or something. And you're like, look, we found a dodo. Anyways, move on, dude. Yeah, move on. Charts. Just got off the rails. What are we even talking about?
It's because I have seldom seen you so excited and so interested in something in my life. You just were so enthusiastic about it. I think it just derailed everything because it was so you were just
yeah, dude.
it rekindled your inner child. I think is what we just did. This was like a
Yeah,
childhood regression, like therapy session that we just went through right there.
And now I'm depressed. Okay, let's move on. Charts. The charts, if you want the charts to bring you out of that depression, that there's likely not going to be a woolly mammoth walking
There
the
is
streets.
Charles Hoskinson is doing it. He made Cardano, bro.
Okay. All right.
Done it.
Chill out, you
show is
Cardano
too
maxi.
much.
All
This
right,
show is
just
too
chill
much.
out. All right, let's look at the day. Okay. Well, you know what? No, let's look at the month. Let's go back. Because the month is telling us something here.
What's it saying?
Well, you don't. I mean,
Great
it's
sage.
basically. Well, I'm gonna show the month, and then we'll go to the day because then it will kind of tell us
Starting
what's
at the
going on.
bigger time frame and moving down.
Yeah. So
That's how you do it.
looking at, I mean, so many people are very, very bearish and like, oh man, it's gonna dump, But you also have to remember, Bitcoin is down like 50%, but it also like exploded from like 10,000%. So everyone just needs to take it chill. All right. And then you also have to understand.
Chill out. Just take a chill pill.
Chill. All right. On the monthly, we have these giant vector candles. This was from December in 2020. All right. And this whole zone right here, it's right where the 50 EMA is. All right. And this is like price from just under 20K. All right. And people think like it's impossible for it to go down that far. Bitcoin can't go down to 20K. And it can. Like, why wouldn't? Like, it. When people think about
go to zero,
how far
and
could it
it
go
could
down?
go to 100K.
Yeah. So everyone just needs to understand that we are. It can go down. All right, that is a possibility, and there's reasons for it too. Right? There's reasons for it to go down. Now, also, we
It
do
would be
have.
really hard to go to zero, but everyone would have to sell. But
It's not going to go to zero. But all right. Well, it could. I mean, so
How
we
far
still
down the
have, right?
fantasy rabbit hole do we want to go?
Yeah. How much hopium do you want, huh? Um, here
Still in a
we are
upward
still in right
trend.
in the monthly, right? If you're a hodler, right? If you're like, you're okay. You're still in
Don't panic.
upward trend. Don't panic. And remember, we're halfway through the month, right? So this candle's likely gonna, could print this way. Maybe we get a turnaround in the next few weeks. Probably not, but maybe. But I mean, it's just like it really be watching if it's going to be breaking this trend line. Like, are we going to be hitting 36,000? Are we going to come down and down here to these wicks down here and get to 30, 29? Because a lot of people look at this 32,000 zone as an important one. And then we also have, everyone's saying, a lot of people are saying 28, which would be right here at the top of this vector candle. Totally could be. But let's see what the day is doing. I mean, because let's look at this. All right, let's just go back to the weeks. Then we'll do days. So this was the zone I was talking about, where we have vector candles here on the weekly too, right? We also have vector candles up here on the weekly, and vector candles just mean that these are large movements made by market makers. And when you see the reds, that's when market makers are buying longs. When you see the greens, that's when market makers are shorting. All right, because when you see the green ones, that's a seller's market. That yes, a lot of people are buying it, but then somebody has to be selling it to them, right? In order for people to buy. So market maker shorting right here, okay? And they haven't, and sometimes they don't always go down. In the larger time frames, you don't always see the candles get reclaimed, and that's because just volume in like Bitcoin, for example, more people are getting into it, more people are holding it, so that just increases the likelihood that it might not come back down to the zone. But at the same time, these are still important zones that you can see maybe a wick coming down and just wicking down while people buy that up, and we get right back into this range. Now, if it happened, I mean, I would look for the price to really come down and consume that wick, but we'll see. We're still in this trend. We're still hanging on there. Barely, but we're there. And I mean, on the weekly, we still have 50 EMA above the 200 EMA. So when you pull things back, right? There's a lot of bears out there right now. So I'm just trying to like pull things back and say it's not all that bad. Okay, it's not that bad. There are some altcoins that are looking pretty bad. This is the kind of season where some altcoins might not come back. ADA, some different kind of tokens. Like anyway, I'll get into that a little.
Your
bit.
mammoths are on the line, bro. You better buy. Buy, buddy.
But I mean, on the weekly, right? We are definitely in a downtrend. I mean, we have these EMAs that are bearish. So we really look to see here, right? The weekly is challenged to 50 EMA, but we can't get a candle to close above it, and so that's what we're kind of really looking to say. Okay, maybe we'll get like a pump, like something like this, right? That's what we're kind of looking for. Some bullish trends here, and up here, right, on the weekly, there are vector candles up here. There's a reason for the price to come up here, and then maybe they bring it down to get these, or maybe I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? But when you pull things back, it doesn't all look that bad. All right. Now, when you go to the daily, though, daily looks like we are still struggling, guys. We're slowing slamming the support here. I would say down. I mean, we just aren't really, we're getting higher lows, but we're not getting higher highs. So we're really creating this kind of wedge, right? If we did this on the daily, okay, so we've been on this kind of downtrend since what day was this? Since the 2nd of March. All right, and then it's I mean it just can't break below this level, and this wick here, the price might want to come down and consume this wick, you know. And usually when you see these kind of patterns, it can go, it can go boop 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 and bust out this way. But whenever I ever see these patterns, I usually see them go boop 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 boom. Right, you break down. You're testing this level, right? It's slamming 1, 2, 3, 4. How many times is that level going to be tested before it breaks down? All right, and if we break down, there's lots of levels down here for the take. Especially this vector candle zone right here, right, which is a vector candle all the way from back to July. So taking this vector candle seems a little bit more likely than say taking these vector candles from 2020, right? Because see here on the daily, you see that vector zone. So who knows, right? Nobody really knows exactly where the price is going to go. I mean, it could just like level off here for a while. It really could. But I mean, it's this daily pattern. I'm not too bullish about. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's Bitcoin for you. Just like I didn't trade it all yesterday because it was just kind of choppy like this, right? It's just been in this little range, and I'm really kind of waiting to see if we get any momentum down or up to really make a move on Bitcoin. All right. Let's check out Luna because Luna was right last week just raging like crazy. We had all-time highs.
We
was
knew
pretty-
that little retrace was at least coming.
We knew this was coming, right? We knew
Yeah.
this retrace was coming right here, just like this one came. And
Michael Saylor heard you think Luna's second best.
Well, I was going to get into Luna versus AVAX. Now, there's the Luna Maxis versus the AVAX Maxis right now. So we're going to look at Luna, and then we're going to look at AVAX, and there's some Twitter drama going on.
Where's Slim Beeble? I need info on Luna. What is the Luna wallet? Someone send me stuff.
It's good. You okay, Freeman? All right. So as far as Luna, like we want to see, we're on the daily, so this is a pretty steady little trend line we're drawing here. I mean, we want to see it keep this trend if we want to see potentially higher highs up here, okay? Now are we gonna get it? I'm not quite sure. I mean, so this is what I would call a bearish divergence on the daily. All right. We have on the money flow or on the K wave here, right? We have overbought signals. However, it is higher highs when we get those signals, right? So we got the signal here, and we got this signal here. That's textbook divergence. So I mean, I would expect actually the price to likely come down more. Maybe it hits this level of support here. Maybe we come down and start taking these vector candles because the way Luna just pumped, just to me says, yeah, that's so aggressive. those, I mean, and look at their vector candles. Like there is, I think, a pretty good chance that the market makers are going to want to come down here and take their profits on their shorts that they took on right here. So I mean, I guess it would be so. I mean, um, it looks so bullish, but there's also reasons why the price would want to come down, right? Um, so just keep an eye right now. If you could be, if you think that it's going to go higher, tell me your reasons why. You know what I mean? Like what's going to get you to go long right here? Now it did hit the trend here, so that could be a pretty good decent entry. But I'm really anxious to see how this candle prints and then what the next candle is. I guess on the daily, so tomorrow, to really see if we're going to come on up and at least maybe challenge this upper highs, maybe get higher highs, or if we're going to really correct and take some of these vector zones here. So anyways, this is Luna, right? Going pumping like crazy. It's been doing really well while the rest of the market has been struggling. And then there's AVAX. And now I don't know. I don't I'm not one to like compare tokens. I don't get into like the different stuff, but on Twitter I definitely see like a lot of Luna versus AVAX comparisons. And yeah, I mean, Luna all-time highs. AVAX, we're getting lower highs, lower lows. It is downtrend season for AVAX. So I'm not too right. I wouldn't say like let's see if we can drink some hopium here. Is there anything to give us hope for AVAX? I mean, we're definitely downward. I mean, we are at some definite strong level of support here. So this could be where we turn around. However, again, if you notice this shape, remember, yes, it could go boom and break the triangle upward, but usually in these patterns, it breaks down, right? It's tested it 1, 2, 3 times now. How many times is this level going to get tested? So it's yeah, AVAX looking a lot more bearish than Luna. And I don't know. So it's just funny to see on Twitter of like people, because people on Twitter will have the red triangle to symbolize their support for AVAX, and
I might put one on.
Yeah, they're starting to come down. They're starting to come down. I hope that's all I'm saying.
I still like AVAX, but I don't know much about Luna, so I can't really comment on the difference between the two.
I mean, you
But I
have
do
this
like
really
AVAX.
strong level of support here too. So it might just be coming down to challenge this level. Maybe we get a wick down before we start seeing higher highs again. But this is daily, right? Let's just maybe take a look at AVAX at 4 hour. We weren't really expecting it to look too much better, but
definitely in a downtrend. Yep.
Yeah, I mean we're just testing these strong levels of support. So these could be good levels to when you're scalping. When it comes down to these supports, probably a good opportunity to buy, because we're just kind of ranging here. So yeah, we have several different ranges to be playing in as far as this whole level area goes over here. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty far down from the daily open. Maybe we come up, challenge it, come back down. So we could be ranging in this area right now, kind of accumulate some positions before we see really any movements really going on. But yeah, I mean, again, you're 50 below 200. Yeah, not But yeah, all right. Well, that's the
Okay,
weather.
well, thank you for the weather this morning, man. I think that was a very nice weather
Yeah.
report. Gotta
Yeah.
say, if I may say so myself. Well, thank you guys again for joining. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining.
For another GM show. Please join us again. I invite you. I invite you to come on down to the GM show every morning from 9:30 a.m. Eastern, every weekday morning, I should say. And wake up with us, start the morning, get the blood flowing, drink your coffee, and hang out with us. But until then, hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will talk